Today I'm going to test whether or not loose glue lines at the ends of Pokemon boxes means that the box was resealed. I'll be opening 3 of the same boxes, all of which have really bad seals. And at the end I have a bonus segment where I open my only set of Destined Rivals blister packs. And you will not believe what I find at the end of it. It's definitely something you don't want to miss. So let's get to it. If you were to look at the underside of the flaps, you would see 2 glue lines here, but the first one didn't really stick to the other flap. It was only the second one that did. Same thing with this other side of the flap, where only the second one really adhered to the other flap, and this one is really loose. And there are even boxes where the second glue line on the inside is very, very thin. For some reason. Maybe it's because during manufacturing they didn't press down on the glue very much, so it ends up being pretty thick like this. And again, the first glue line on the edge barely stuck. You could see it didn't really tear any of the paper. So let's open these and see whether or not this is truly suspicious packaging. And does anybody else find it weird that the promos are stamped with Journey Together? And there are 0 Journey Together packs in here. I'm most curious about these Destined Rivals packs, so I'm going to open these first. It feels like forever since I opened these. One of my favorites of all time. 22.43. These are also the light foiled packs. Like the thin... What am I saying? Light foiled meaning the thin wrappers. That one. Nothing. Yeah, this is not resealed stuff. 22.45. Then we should get hits. Plain and simple. You know, we have 15 packs of Destined Rivals and we have 0 hits. That is statistically no buenos. Oh! We got something! Yeah! The 3rd time! 3rd time's a charm. Why do we keep getting Cynthia's Garchomp? Okay, confirmed. Not a reseal. Probably. Yeah, probably. Confirmed. Nah, I'm glad it's confirmed early. That means this should be fine. Yeah. That'd be funny if this actually was a reseal and, you know, the resealer just gave me a really good hit. Well, let's just see what happens to the rest of the packs. 22.47. Now I feel a little better. I'm feeling relieved. Also, I wanted an excuse to get more Destined Rivals. This seemed like a good excuse. Nothing. 22.47. I honestly have too many Destined Rivals. Maybe I shouldn't keep pulling this stuff. Ooh. Zamazenta. Have not pulled this guy in a while. Not in a while. This is a nice card. It's just, it's so dark over here. And I know it's to contrast the sunlight over here. Was it a sunrise or sunset? I'm not quite sure. So I wish this was a little brighter of a card, but still cool. But really everybody likes Zacian. Let's just be honest. Next one, 22.50. Open. Whoa. This glue is hard. Like, it really was hard. Shaman, Ethan's adventure. Yeah, nothing. That's fine. We got some cool stuff. Okay, let's do Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks is also kind of one of my favorites. Like, their SIRs are pretty nice looking. 22.40, and we're still looking for Pikachu. Now, hopefully we can find something cool for Surging Sparks as well. Yeah. Just not in that pack. 22.43. Alright, if you guys like the openings as well as the data, comment below. Tell me this is awesome. This is so cool, so helpful. 22.53. And consider subscribing and liking the video too. That will help the channel. Merrill, Lively Stadium. Time. Every time I see time, I think of the herb time. 22.57. Also time. Like, what time is it? Oh, it's time to open packs. That's my favorite time. Dog Trio! I don't think we pulled this before! Yes! There's nothing like pulling a card you never pulled before. Ever. This is so cool. Alolan Doug Trio. What a fashion statement. Look at that. They could be in a hair commercial for shampoos, for wavy hair, straight long hair, and I don't know, monk hair. That is the coolest. 22.60. Wow. Oop, nothing there, fine. And by the way, that box was 477.5 grams. Not that that tells you anything, it tells you nothing. Except that it's 477.5 grams. This one that I'm going to open is 480 grams, yeah. This is not in order. Okay, 22.40 for Destined Rivals. Yeah. Ah! Again, my thumb. Wants to sabotage these cars or something. Eat. Nothing there. Okay, 22.43. So perhaps having that double glue and one loose glue line is fine. It's just a manufacturing thing. Maybe maybe they added that second glue line because the first one wasn't working. Don't know how that could happen, but 22.45. Like the glue, maybe dried too quickly before they could seal it. Basically manufacturing error. Just need to, refine the process. Yeah, Rotom or Rotom, whatever you call them. Oh, it's so nice seeing these cards again. Aw, so cool. They just bask at how cute he is. Also the background, he's on a computer. Well, definitely a lot of electronic stuff, I think. Computer, keyboard. Oh yeah, these are cookies that are on top of a coffee maker. This is that jug of coffee you pull out. Ah, there's the coffee cup full of coffee. It's spilled over. What happened here? And this Fuji, this, Polaroid, whatever, camera, just spitting out pictures. What is going on, Rata? What are you doing? What is this mess? Your trainer is so patient with you. 22.45. Open. Again, very sticky glue. Don't like sticky glue. Feel like I'm bending the cards when I'm using them as leverage. So maybe I shouldn't use them for leverage. Okay. Boop. Nope. Go over there. Last one for this box, 22.48. Ooh, open. Another sticky. Very sticky. I know, like sticky. Ooh. Nothing there. Subject's box. Yeah, 22.37 is the lightest for Surging Sparks. Spheal, look at you. You're the cutest. This is my favorite Spheal art. And going on to all these other Pokemon that are not as cute. Cannot compare. Nothing there. 22.42. Terra Orb. Yeah, nothing. 22.43. We are covering all kinds of ranges with Surging Sparks here. Spupa is like the most hilarious name, in my opinion. Spupa. 22.51. Hey, Alola Diglett. Ah, Spheal again. Yeah, so cute. Mousehold looks kind of terrible, just because it looks like it would terrorize people. Our Caledon base. This is our first base. It took so long just to find a base. We found more IRs than we did bases. Why do people call it just EX? I don't like just calling them EX because we also have other EXs, but they're the full art. That's why I say this is EX base and there's EX full art. That's just what makes a little more sense to me. Last one, 22.58. Can we find an SIR, please? Please. Please. Nope. Nothing. Alright, last ones, which is a 480.5 gram box. This is not the right order. 22.36 for Destined Rivals. 6.36. That is low. But as we have learned, light does not mean absolutely no hit sometimes. Except for this time. 22.38. Come on, focus. Camera doesn't focus all the time. Or at least quick enough. Maybe one day I'll upgrade the camera. Again. I already upgraded the camera. And it is actually a little better. Last camera, whenever it refocused, it had like this whirring sound. 22.40. This one, it's quiet. I like this one a lot. Just have to wait and see. Archer! Archer! Always so cool getting the team. Actually, I think this might be pretty centered and gradable. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. I should give it the special sleeve. I actually have a petrol card, Team Rocket's petrol, that also looks pretty centered and gradable and clean. And I keep it in my binder, my special zip binder, so that it's protected. And maybe one day if I decide to grade it, I can. So I'm just gonna go like this. There we go. Woo! Just so satisfying pulling anything out of Destined Rivals. 22.42. Isn't it funny that out of the trainers, the ones that do pretty well, at least for the modern ones, it's the villains. Oh yeah, Weezing. Hey, it's petrol. It's petrol. And that's because they're just so classic. They're like classic villain. But they're like villain, but also sort of not villain. And actually, no, they are totally villain. Stealing people's Pokemon, that's bad. And I think I want to try to make a complete master set for Destined Rivals. Is just, the prices are nightmarish. Super nightmarish. Let me just appreciate this for a little bit. Weezing. Petrol's just there in an alley. I don't know why. What in the world is this purple gunk? That poison? Gosh, what is he planning? 22.50. Yeah, as I was saying. Destined Rivals, the prices are nightmarish. Yeah. Getting one booster box of that. $400? $500? Okay, Surging's box. Yeah, I'm like, I can't do that. 22.35. So I'm going to figure out another way of trying to complete it. It's you. It's you. I'll figure it out. Nothing. Next one, 22.42. Yeah, these salamence boxes were the cheapest way for me to get Destined Rivals. Even though, you know, they're Surging Sparks and it's not... Oh, Larvesta! I never got this before! I was like wondering why it was so dark. So I was pulling it up, I'm like, so black. Ah, that's cute. This is cute. Larvesta. Larvesta. Yeah, even though Surging Sparks is not, the same value as Destined Rivals. Let me sleeve this first. No, they're not the same price. That's fine. That is fine. Because I also like Surging Sparks. 22.51. We got 3 more packs. Oh, wow. This was really hard to peel. You gotta be careful. Be careful here. Celio. Also very cute. Yeah! Surfer! We've gotten Surfer before a long time ago. I don't mind seeing it again. Next, 22.54. Oricorio. I like the Oricorio forms too. I think I like the electric one because it's like a cheerleader. It looks so ecstatic and excited. So cute. Last one, 22.62. And then we get to do Destined Rivals blisters, which are like my very, very last Destined Rivals in this entire place. Nothing. Yeah, real quick. Okay, those salamence boxes, definitely double glue lines, and also the, having one loose glue line. That is a normal thing because we got plenty of hits, but this is nuts. This is the crazy part. We barely got any normal EXs. We got a lot of full art IR stuff. Most of the time it's, those base EXs, but nope, not here. These were amazing boxes if you think about it. Okay, except for this one. You got IR, and then you got the Arcalodon normal, and that was it. Weight-wise, they are literally scattered all over the place. But Destined Rivals, did I say rivals? Rivals, Destined Rivals. In the 4s, 0.4s, not too bad. Not too bad. So if you get like the thin wrapper Destined Rivals, you get 0.4s. That is not a bad range to be in. And Surging Sparks, I think, is like the one that is very hard to weigh, which is not a bad thing. Could be really low, like 4.2. But could be pretty high, like 5.1 and 5.7. But not necessarily all the high ones. And now we get to do this, and I realize I didn't weigh any of these. I'll get back to you guys. I'm back and everything is weighed. Now, if you're wondering whether or not you can weigh a blister pack to see if it's light, the pack is light, or the pack is heavy, well, maybe, kind of, but not really. So I have ordered these based off of their weight, and the lightest one is on the top here, 42.86 grams. The heaviest is 43.36 grams. And in general, the ones that were under 43 grams, these ones, all their packs for whatever reason is 22.3 something. So 3.7, 3.2, and then what is this, 3.6? But you can't really predict exactly what 0.3 it would be. The ones that were 43 grams and heavier, their packs were 22.54, 4.5, and this one's a 4.9. However, there is a 3.9 in there, so it's not like you can definitely predict what's going to be in the blister. So does 43 grams and above mean, above 0.39 or 0.3 something? Not necessarily. So I don't know if I would rely on weighing a blister pack to determine if pack inside is heavy or not. Let's just do the lightest blister pack to the heaviest. Yeah, I'll do the lightest pack. I'm so used to that. Okay, the lightest pack that we found is 22.32. I don't recall if we've ever opened a Destined Rivals pack that is this light. Maybe we have. I don't recall. I'm hoping we find some good stuff. Ooh, yeah, that's some good stuff. I'll take that Lapras, thank you. Macargo, nice. So yeah, light packs aren't necessarily bad. Also, the wrappers for these Destined Rivals packs, they're the light ones, lightweight. They're not heavy, thick wrappers, so to speak. Never get tired of seeing the IRs in Destined Rivals. This was such a good set. Probably the best of 2025. Next lightest. It's an Eevee. Oh, why'd you do that? How could you do that to Eevee? Next lightest is 22.36. Or actually, is it next heaviest? No. Next lightest? Yeah, next lightest, right? The second to first lightest is 22.36. Yeah. Yeah, orbiter. Well, look at that. 2 IRs in a row. I'm liking these point threes. At this point, if you were to get a blister pack for Destined Rivals, get the light ones. Make sure you get the light pack. Oh, that's good. Next Destined Rivals is 22.37. Can we get this point 0.3 streak going? Nope. I guess there must be a point where it comes to an end. I think it came to an end too quickly. 22.39 is next. Ooh, nothing. And IR nothing at the end either. No. No. Yeah, get the low point threes. Point threes are great. 22.45. Just point fours. And then we'll have a 0.5. I wonder if this would be full art territory versus IR territory. Well, nothing here. Second to last is 22.49. And after this, who knows when I'll ever get Destined Rivals again. It is expensive. Like $300 or $400 per booster box or something. Nope. Eee! Oh, more Pico. Doing some parkour there, apparently. And the final one. 22.54. 54 here. Drowsy, Cyndaquil, Oh Petro, Starmie. Is this stuck? Whoa! That was last pack magic. That was truly last pack magic. Whoa! Yeah! I was literally going to say I have not found an SIR for Destined Rivals in so long. We found some pretty good ones. It'd be nice to find another one. Well, here we are. Whoa. 22.54. I don't recall where we found the other. No. Actually, I think I remember. The other SIRs, a couple of them, was 0.53. Oh, I need to look back at the data real quick. This is 5.4. Oh, wait 1 second. I found it. The old data from really long ago. So from my booster bundles. Yeah, the SIR Cynthia's Garchomp was found in 22.53. Then zoom forward to the first Destined Rivals booster box I did, where I found the Mewtwo SIR 0.53. And I don't think we found any other SIRs since those two, unless my memory is really, really bad. But regardless, this Crobat SIR 0.54. I'd say that is pretty statistically significant or a pretty crazy coincidence. I don't think all SIRs will be found in 0.53, 0.54. But finding 3 of them, and these are SIRs, they're hard to find, but finding 3 of them in relatively the same weight, that's, I don't know. I would not call that really coincidence. That is headed towards statistical significance. That's what it is. And it will show when I put this in my new chart app table thing. It will show. Yeah, that is crazy. This was definitely a blister pack opening that was well worth it. I really wasn't sure whether or not I should open them now or just not ever, because I didn't know if I could put it into a video, but I'm glad I could just throw it into a video. I didn't really care at that point. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna open them. I have them, let's open it. Wow, that's amazing. Now, if you guys like the ripping as well as the data that comes along with it, consider liking, subscribing, even being a member to support the channel, and keep an eye out for updates on the new chart table app thing that my husband developed. He worked really hard on it, and I'm hoping it becomes really useful to you guys. And also a big shout out to those who donated on Ko-fi. Thank you so much for the support, and thank you for the lovely comments. It is so encouraging to see how much this interests you guys, because for me it's really fun seeing numbers. I don't like just ripping for the sake of ripping. I like ripping for the sake of learning something. And if the data can help you guys reduce the risk, lower the risk of opening packs, buying products, whether it's a single pack or a whole box or a certain set, that is just awesome. It is great if this data can help you in that way. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.